Hey YouTube, this is Kevin Boland of Boland Small Engine, and today guys I'm working on a YTH 22V46. Now I want to note guys that this lawnmower had a significant amount of issues. Every tar practically was flat on it. The homeowner realized that the tires were pretty dry rotted, and he elected to basically get tubes and put in them. I also want to note guys that the deck had sustained some damage, and there was a mandrel that was broke. Well, actually both mandrels were broke, and it needed new blades and a new belt, which the homeowner actually provided for me. Those problems were assessed, and as you can obviously see, they were taken care of. Howsoever, this lawnmower had set for about 2 years, and in doing so, it allowed the old gas that was potentially in the carburetor to gel up, and it caused a world of trouble with the carburetor to the point that it dissolved the O-rings and gaskets that I've talked about in prior videos. But at the same time, this baby diaper material, and that's the best way I know how to describe it guys, for any of you guys that have children and have seen baby diapers exposed to wet weather conditions, you'll realize how a baby diaper will swell and then it'll bust and the gel comes out of them. Well, that's basically what I encountered with this carburetor. So to be honest guys, I have no idea if I'm going to be able to salvage it. I will tell you that I did clean the carburetor once already, not because I had the intent to give it back to the homeowner without putting new gaskets in it. Rather, I wanted to see whether the engine was going to perform at all. Okay, I always like to make sure that the engines are going to run before I elect to take on a task such as a carburetor or valves, whatnot, and what have you. Okay, I really like to be thorough, I guess is what I'm trying to say guys. So without further ado guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you presently how the engine sounds. And I want to note guys that these carburetors are not cheap. I was quoted $209 for this carburetor. Okay, so I'm really hoping that this engine will perform as it's supposed to when I put the new gaskets in, and I'll show you guys those gaskets. These are typically the ones that get distorted or basically dissolve. Okay, and I'll zoom in on the number here. So hopefully in the next video, you know, you guys will actually hear a difference in the sound of this engine. I hope. But like I said, with the carburetor being as bad as it was, who really knows? So I'm going to go ahead at this point and I'm going to start the engine and let you guys hear the surgeon. Show you in the front how the governor is surging. There you go, perfect. Doing exactly that. So basically, as you guys can see, that engine actually started up and sounded pretty good until it started surging. But I knew that it was potentially going to surge, like I said, because I have already been into the carburetor. I know the gaskets aren't in the greatest shape, but at the same time, the carburetor has really sustained a lot of damage due to old stale gas that's been basically allowed to set in it. I'm going to go ahead and end the video at this point guys, and hopefully in the next video I will have fixed the problem. I may potentially show the carburetor in the next video though, just because I want you guys to see, you know, what I'm up against here and why you should never allow a piece of equipment to be neglected or stale gas, shall we say, to be allowed to stay in the carburetor's float bowls, because it does a wondrous amount of damage, okay? I mean, it's just unspeakable. Until the next video, YouTubers.